So the game for this evening, your World of Darkness one shot, is set in the present day. So it's a pleasant summer, end of May. You guys have all kind of wrapped up at different points in your courses. For Byron, your kind of music course, which is, to be honest, is a bit relaxed, right? So there aren't any exams. There's a bit of coursework. You've turned up. You've schmoozed the staff, the appraisers. They think you're going to be a star.
And they're right.
And they're absolutely right. And you've kind of, you're settled into a pattern of, it'll be a good summer. It'll be nice and relaxing. It's all going to be excellent. Mike, whilst the rest of them are all getting to the end of their studies, you've got years left to go, right? The problems of being a doctor, you're probably halfway through your course. So you've got years left to go, and you are desperate for the summer to come around. It's been
especially as they're going to be piling extra hours on next year.
Absolutely. So it's going to be super busy. It's going to get even crazier. This is going to be a good summer. Jane, you've been practicing for the World Championships, so you've got a spot on the roster. You're going to be with Team GB. You've just had your kit through, and
it looks good. I make it look good.
And already a kind of female health magazine has done a kind of expose on you with your kind of brand new heptathlon GB kit on, and everyone's had a chance to see it. So you're a rising star at the moment, and that's despite the fact that you're struggling with an injury that you're taking some painkillers for at the moment. To keep you training.
I haven't sprained an ab, have I?
No, you haven't sprained an ab. You're all good on the ab.
Okay.
But
damn, my ab's got a hernia.
You've got a tough time ahead of you with lots and lots of training commitments. But there is a break in the schedule, and you've been working with Megan, who is the organizer of the group, and she's basically been saying that there's clearly a point in time when you've all got a break, and she's organised for you to all go camping. So
I've sorted catering and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. And Tom, who is your mutual friend, who's incredibly wealthy, has said he'll organise transport for you guys to make sure that there's appropriate lifts and stuff to get you in the right place.
That's reason I like Tom.
And he, like I say, so he actually sends cars for you guys. So basically, you all get picked up from wherever you were. Mike, I think, is up in Edinburgh. Byron's in Liverpool. Megan's in Birmingham, and Jane's down in London at one of the big games for Team GB. And so basically, you've been given a sort of 3-line whip from Megan that this is a kind of break from uni and a break from everything, right? So no
Clear your
phones.
diaries.
Yeah. Kind of, a step away from the busy schedules that you all have ahead of you, and this is a good opportunity for you to catch up, because it's probably been something like 6 months before you've all been together. You've met up individually and stuff from time to time, and your character sheet should reflect that. But this is the first time you've properly met up together in a few months. So given that, before we actually kind of step in to scene one, can you give us I'll go around the group, and can you just give me a quick 30 seconds on who you are? That might be useful just to make sure everyone's clear about their characters. So Joe, can we start with you? Could you tell us a 30-second snapshot of Megan?
Yeah, definitely. So hi, I'm Megan. You guys have known me for a million years. Through Jane, really. We've been, she's like my closest bud. I've supported her all through her athletics career, and I can't wait to see her achieve amazing things coming forward. And then that's also how I get to meet Mike, who, we've been friends for years, but, I couldn't resist his charms, so he won me over completely. So we'll totally be sharing a tent, guys, and you'll just have to wear earplugs, I'm afraid, because I've not seen him for ages. So I'm at Birmingham studying applied mathematics, and I'll let Mike tell you about himself. And I'm the I'm the one who organises you lot, because you lot couldn't organise shit for anything. So if we're going to have a get together, the invites are from me, the where we're going's from me, and always the catering from me. Otherwise, we end up with crisp butties, and that just will not do whatsoever. So there we go. That's me.
And the secret's out. The secret's out.
Talk about. I thought that was supposed to be. Wow,
I think
awkward.
it's fair to say that up until now, Megan and Mike's burgeoning relationship has been something of a on the down low, not a public notice. But perhaps it would seem when you guys go away, this secret is about to be lifted. So Andy, let's carry on. Seeing as Megan has kindly left you some opportunity for you to give a view about who you are, which is always helpful. What's 30 seconds on Mike?
There really isn't an awful lot to say. You've known me your whole lives, really. We've grown up together. I like my rugby. I play rugby. Play for the university now. Could have gone professional, but you know what? I just can't quite give up those crisp butties and the beer. Kind of like a big brother to Jane. I kind of looked out for Byron a couple of times when he's been having problems.
Problems.
And you know what? I'm slow to anger. I'm amiable. I'm easy to get on with. And I guess a lot of the time I get called Reliable Mike. That grates a little bit, but
friend zone.
Yeah, you missed out on this, bitch.
Yeah, I was going to say he has a 1-pack. It's all good.
James Corden School of Sexy.
Yeah, absolutely. Byron, seeing as you have a nice moodily lit environment around you, let's go to you next.
Hey, I'm Byron. I'm pretty. I'm very much a creative type. Very much. None of this sensible 9-to-5 future for me. Music. My music is all. Although I am very, let's say, moody and broody. I do have dark times, and when those dark times come, I go right into the music and add to that creativity with a bit of dabbling in the old party narcotics, shall we say. Mike's tried to help me get clean a few times, and generally it's only really you guys that actually keep me on the right track. I kind of consider them all brothers and sisters. And my mom died when I was quite young, and I met you all through Tom, who's basically family had like a fund to support children in care, and through Tom I met all of you lot. So it kind of saved me, but I'm constantly teetering on the edge of going down a dark road. But other than that, hey, pass me the guitar. I got a tune for camping.
Perfect. That's fantastic. Thank you. And last but by no means least, Jane, how about you?
Yep.
Give us your quick rundown,
you've seen my pick, and
Yes.
you know that kind of physique doesn't just happen.
You didn't trip
I
and
am
accidentally look
grateful
like
to be around, and I've been friends with you guys for like forever. But I spend a lot of time training to get this, and not just the look of it, the performance of it. I am actually, proper Team GB material, and as you know, none of the top 1% get there. Javelin is my sport. So, don't fuck with me. I throw a mean spear.
Awesome.
I think I'd actually got her down as a heptathlon.
Was it heptathlon? Okay, well in that case,
so
I'll kill you in a variety of ways.
She's a prop athlete, but yeah, she can throw a javelin, skewer.
Luckily, I'm a friendly person. I'm not a stuck-up sports bitch. I'm quite a nice lady, and I think all of you guys are like my closest friends. We've been friends for ages, and I think you're awesome.
Awesome. Okay. And I'll just tell you briefly. Tom Harris, who's the fifth of your close companions, he's one of those people, and everybody knows one, who's blessed at everything. He can pick up any sport, any activity, academic, practical, and he just gets it.
There's words for that.
Irritatingly good.
Tosser, yeah.
That's our nickname for him. Tom the Tosser.
And to make matters worse, his family are very wealthy. So he's a trust fund kid.
Just saying.
But he's a trust fund kid, but he would never ever hold that over you. He's not flash at all. Very down to earth. He's been studying biology in Leeds. Just because he thinks that's something interesting and cool, and wants to do it. He has no aspirations of a big career in biological matters or anything related to the field. He just finds it interesting and has decided to go and do that. He's had similar problems with family. So his father passed away when you guys were kids. And the other side of the family were ridiculously wealthy. So they've kind of, created all these kind of funds for him in the future. He's been a real solid friend to each one of you. But it's quite clear that he's probably a little bit closer to Byron. So they were almost kind of brothers when they were both growing up. So Byron was placed into not care per se, but with a family, and it was Tom's family they were placed with. So they're very close, and he does, he'll definitely be there, but because we don't have our fifth player, I'll keep him a little bit in the background and let the spotlight fall much more on you guys. Okay, so given that, you're all heading from your respective locations to an area outside Nottingham. Big forest that goes with the kind of classic Sherwood Forest theme, and the delightful Megan has given you instructions on where to meet and what time to meet. Byron, you've had so many messages from Megan about it that you cannot get it wrong. And when Tom
GPS coordinates on Megan,
yeah, absolutely, yeah, she knows where you are. Tom sends cars for the others, but he comes to pick you up, so he's there well ahead of time, make sure everything's okay. He's almost kind of, he's like, hey, it's today, we're, you ready? You're like, today? What's today? He's like, shit, I've got everything you need, so there's a bag here, let's get your kit and your guitar or whatever it is. So jump in the car and let's go.
So we're going somewhere then.
Yeah, he'll even be like, he's got that kind of shorthand comms with you that comes from being kind of family, and he'll grab your phone and just go, there's the message. He'll show you the 15 messages from Megan precisely laid out, and you're like, oh fuck yeah, is that today?
Yes, there's another one comes through to him saying, you've forgotten, haven't you?
Yeah, there's 3 missed calls, 4 text messages, shit, where's my phone again? Or the phone's dead, stuck in an empty beer glass or something.
Reply to Megan, OMW.
So you guys head off and actually start to rendezvous around about lunchtime. So you'll all get to a kind of the traditional kind of big car parky space. All the cars can get left here, and there's a few trails heading off. It looks like Megan's picked. There are a set of camping spots around a lake, and so she's kind of like, we can basically walk around the lake until we find one that we particularly like, and as long as it's one of the numbers we've got on our sheet, we can just drop our tents down and get all set up. So super easy.
When Mike rocks up, he'll get out and it'll be 80-litre backpack, waterproofs, hiking boots. I mean, he's Bear Grylls to the max.
Ready for a weekend on the moors? Not
yeah. Yeah, he's off to Nepal.
Fantastic. What about
Hey,
Byron?
Byron?
How does Byron turn up?
Awesome.
How does Byron turn up? As a jacket.
Leather jacket, skinny jeans, completely impractical shoes.
Megan has brought spare clothes for him. That's how he turns up.
Basically, just rock up in what I fell asleep on the couch in last night while I was like off my head.
Fair enough.
Slightly dishevelled, but still looking awesome.
Yeah, Tom, I was going to say Tom's definitely got that
Jim
kind
Morrison
of outdoorsman look. You know, the kind of khaki stuff, a sort of rugged
designer version,
the layers. It's not no. So he's not Flash, right? So he doesn't drive he didn't bring you guys here in a Ferrari or anything. All right, if you're ready to go in, then
Yes.
So the game for this evening, your World of Darkness one shot, is set in the present day. So it's a pleasant summer, end of May. You guys have all kind of wrapped up at different points in your courses. For Byron, your kind of music course, which is, to be honest, is a bit relaxed, right? So there aren't any exams. There's a bit of coursework. You've turned up. You've schmoozed the staff, the appraisers. They think you're going to be a star,
and they're right.
And they're absolutely right. And you've kind of, you're settled into a pattern of it'll be a good summer. It'll be nice and relaxing. It's all going to be excellent. Mike, whilst the rest of them are all getting to the end of their studies, you've got years left to go, right?
Yeah.
The problems of being a doctor, you're probably halfway through your course, so you've got years left to go, and you are desperate for the summer to come around. It's been
especially as they're going to be piling extra hours on next year.
Absolutely. So it's going to be super busy. It's going to get even crazier. This is going to be a good summer. Jane, you've been practicing for the World Championships, so you've got a spot on the roster. You're going to be with Team GB. You've just had your kit through, and
it looks good. I make it look good.
And already a kind of female health magazine has done a kind of expose on you with your kind of brand new heptathlon GB kit on, and everyone's had a chance to see it. So you're a rising star at the moment, and that's despite the fact that you're struggling with an injury that you're taking some painkillers for at the moment. To keep you training.
I haven't sprained an ab, have I?
No, you haven't sprained an ab. You're all good on the ab.
Okay.
But
damn, my ab's got a hernia.
You've got a tough time ahead of you, with lots and lots of training commitments. But there is a break in the schedule, and you've been working with Megan, who is the organizer of the group, and she's basically been saying that there's clearly a point in time when you've all got a break, and she's organised for you to all go camping. So
I've sorted catering and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. And Tom, who is your mutual friend, who's incredibly wealthy, has said he'll organise transport for you guys to make sure that there's appropriate lifts and stuff to get you in the right place.
That's the reason I like Tom.
And he, like I say, so he actually sends cars for you guys. So basically, you all get picked up from wherever you were. Mike, I think, is up in Edinburgh. Byron's in Liverpool. Megan's in Birmingham, and Jane's down in London at one of the big trainings for Team GB. And so basically, you've been given a sort of 3-line whip from Megan that this is kind of break from uni and a break from everything, right? So no
Clear your
phones.
diaries.
Yeah. Kind of, a
Diary?
step away from the busy schedules that you all have ahead of you. And this is a good opportunity for you to catch up, because it's probably been something like 6 months before you've all been together. You met up individually and stuff from time to time, and your character sheet should reflect that. But this is the first time you've properly met up together in a few months. So given that, before we actually kind of step in to scene one, can you give us I'll go around the group, and can you just give me a quick 30 seconds on who you are? That might be useful just to make sure everyone's clear about their characters. So Joe, can we start with you? Could you tell us a 30-second snapshot of Megan?
Yeah, definitely. So hi, I'm Megan. You guys have known me for a million years. Through Jane, really. We've been, she's like my closest bud. I've supported her all through her athletics career, and I can't wait to see her achieve amazing things coming forward. And then that's also how I get to meet Mike, who, we've been friends for years, but, I couldn't resist his charms, so he won me over completely. So we'll totally be sharing a tent, guys, and you'll just have to wear earplugs, I'm afraid, because I've not seen him for ages. So I'm at Birmingham studying applied mathematics, and I'll let Mike tell you about himself. And I'm the I'm the one who organises you lot, because you lot couldn't organise shit for anything. So if we're going to have a get together, the invites are from me, the where we're going's from me, and always the catering from me. Otherwise we end up with crisp butties, and that just will not do whatsoever. So there we go. That's me.
And the secret's out.
Yeah. Talk about. I thought that was supposed to be. Wow,
I think
awkward.
it's fair to say that up until now, Megan and Mike's burgeoning relationship has been something of a on the down low, not a public notice. But perhaps it would seem when you guys go away, this secret is about to be lifted. So Andy, let's carry on. Seeing as Megan has kindly left you some opportunity for you to give a view about who you are, which is always helpful. What's 30 seconds on Mike?
There really isn't an awful lot to say. You've known me your whole lives, really. We've grown up together. I like my rugby. I play rugby. Play for the university now. Could have gone professional, but you know what? I just can't quite give up those crisp butties and the beer. Kind of like a big brother to Jane. I've kind of looked out for Byron a couple of times when he's been having problems.
Problems.
And yeah, you know what? I'm slow to anger. I'm amiable. I'm easy to get on with. And I guess a lot of the time I get called Reliable Mike. That grates a little bit, but
friend zoned.
Yeah, you missed out on this, bitch.
Yeah, I was going to say he has a one pack. It's all good.
James Corden School of Sexy.
Yeah, absolutely. Byron, seeing as you have a nice moodily lit environment around you, let's go to you next.
Hey, I'm Byron. I'm pretty. I'm very much a creative type. Very much. None of this sensible 9-to-5 future for me. Music. My music is all. Although I am very, let's say, moody and broody. I do have dark times, and when those dark times come, I go right into the music and add to that creativity with a bit of dabbling in the old party narcotics, shall we say. Mike's tried to help me get clean a few times, and generally it's only really you guys that actually keep me on the right track. I kind of consider them all brothers and sisters. And my mom died when I was quite young, and I met you all through Tom, whose basically family had like a fund to support children in care, and through Tom I met all of you lot. So it kind of saved me, but I'm constantly teetering on the edge of going down a dark road. But other than that, hey, pass me the guitar. I got a tune for camping.
Perfect. That's fantastic. Thank you. And last but by no means least, Jane, how about you?
Yep.
Give us your quick
you've seen my pick, and
Yes.
you know that kind of physique doesn't just happen.
You
So,
didn't trip and
I'm
accidentally look
great
like
fun
that.
to be around, and I've been friends with you guys for like forever. But I spend a lot of time training to get this, and not just the look of it, the performance of it. I am actually, proper Team GB material, and as you know, none of the top 1% get there. Javelin is my sport, so don't fuck with me. I throw a mean spear.
Awesome.
I think I'd actually got her down as a heptathlon.
Was it heptathlon? Okay, well in that
heptathlon.
case,
So
I'll
you-
Proper
kill
athlete.
you in a variety of ways.
She's a
Proper athlete.
prop athlete, but yeah, she can throw a javelin,
But-
skewer.
Luckily, I'm a friendly person. I'm not a stuck-up sports bitch. I'm quite a nice lady. And I think all of you guys are like my closest friends. We've been friends for ages. And I think you're awesome.
Awesome. Okay. And I'll just tell you briefly. Tom Harris, who's the fifth of your close companions, he's one of those people, and everybody knows one, who's blessed at everything. He can pick up any sport, any activity, academic, practical, and he just gets it. He just gets it.
There's a word
He's
for that. isn't there?
irritatingly good.
Tosser, yeah.
Irritatingly
That's
good.
our nickname for him.
Irritatingly
Tom
good.
the Tosser.
And to make matters worse, his family are very wealthy. So he's a trust fund
Gattaca,
kid,
just saying.
but he's a trust fund kid, but doesn't he would never ever hold that over you. He's not flash at all. Very down to earth. He's been studying biology in Leeds. Just because he thinks that's something interesting and cool, and wants to do it. He has no aspirations of a big career in biological matters or anything related to the field. He just finds it interesting and has decided to go and do that. He's had similar problems with family. So his father passed away when you guys were kids. And the other side of the family were ridiculously wealthy. So they've kind of, created all these kind of funds for him in the future. He's been a real solid friend to each one of you. But it's quite clear that he's probably a little bit closer to Byron. So they were almost kind of brothers when they were both growing up. So Byron was placed into not care per se, but with a family, and it was Tom's family they were placed with. So they're very close, and he does, he'll definitely be there, but because we don't have our fifth player, I'll keep him a little bit in the background and let the spotlight fall much more on you guys. Okay, so given that, you're all heading from your respective locations to an area outside Nottingham. Big forest that goes with the kind of classic Sherwood Forest theme, and the delightful Megan has given you instructions on where to meet and what time to meet. Byron, you've had so many messages from Megan about it that you cannot get it wrong. And when Tom
GPS coordinates on Megan.
Tom,
Jesus.
yeah, absolutely, yeah, she knows where you are. Tom sends cars for the others, but he comes to pick you up, so he's there well ahead of time. Make sure everything's okay. He's almost kind of, he's like, "Hey, it's today. Are you ready?" You're like, today? What's today? You know, he's like, shit, I've got everything you need. So, you know, there's a bag here. Let's get your kit and your guitar or whatever it is. And jump in the car and let's go.
So we're going somewhere then.
Yeah. He'll even be like, he's got that kind of shorthand comms with you that comes from being kind of, you know, family, and he'll like grab your phone and just go, there's the message. He'll show you the 15 messages from Megan precisely laid out, and you're like, oh fuck yeah, is that today?
Just as another one comes through to him saying, you've forgotten, haven't you?
Yeah, there's like 3 missed calls, 4 text messages, like, shit, where's my phone again? Or the phone's dead, stuck in an empty beer glass or something.
Reply to Megan, OMW.
So you guys head off and actually start to rendezvous around about lunchtime. So you'll all get to a kind of the traditional kind of big car parky space. All the cars can get left here, and there's a few trails heading off. It looks like Megan's picked. There are a set of camping spots around a lake, and so she's kind of like, you know, we can basically walk around the lake until we find one that we particularly like, and as long as it's one of the numbers we've got on our sheet, we can just drop our tents down and get all set up. So super easy.
When Mike rocks up, he'll get out and it'll be 80-litre backpack, waterproofs, hiking boots. I mean, he's Bear Grylls to the max.
Ready for a weekend on the moors? Not
yeah. Yeah, he's off to Nepal.
Fantastic. What about Byron? How does Byron turn up?
Awesome.
How does Byron turn up? As a jacket.
Leather jacket, skinny jeans, completely impractical shoes.
Megan has brought spare clothes for him. That's how he turns up.
Basically, just rock up in what I fell asleep on the couch in last night while I was like off my head.
Fair enough. Slightly
dishevelled, but still looking awesome.
Yeah, Tom, I was going to say, Tom's definitely got that kind of outdoorsman look, you know, the kind of khaki stuff, a sort of rugged
designer version
of layers. It's not, no. So he's not Flash, right? So he doesn't drive he didn't bring you guys here in a Ferrari or anything, you know, he's not Flash. But he just turns up in good stuff. What about Megan? What's Megan rocking with her?
Megan will be dressed pretty much as in the photo that's there, so kind of jeansy, t-shirty, and that's pretty much classic student garb, I'll say.
Fair enough, no worries.
Student chic.
Yeah.
And what about Jane?
I've kind of borrowed me sort of, you know, the sort of trackside gear.
Yep.
For the sort of all-weather stuff. So I don't really think I have any sort of camping gear, really.
No worries.
So I'm just practical.
It's just me then.
I was going to say you've got workouty stuff that you would use in cold weather.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Fair enough. And you guys rock up. You probably pull into the car park around about the same time. So probably first there is Megan, a little second-hand motor. You guys. I would have thought.
Yeah, I'll have hot water getting ready for coffees and.
What have you been? You know, like
you are 3.7 minutes late.
You're into a scheduled toilet break.
Probably a couple of miles out, you Byron and Tom pick up and end up kind of coming in behind Mike. So they you guys kind of slot into the car park around the same time, and you know, within another couple of minutes, Jane's pulling in her motor. So you guys get the decamp out the vehicles, and you guys haven't seen each other. So
I'll kind of run and throw my arms around.
Bring it in.
Yeah.
Jane gives a hug. Crunch.
Careful.
Oh my god, you guys, fragile. You're all alive.
My beauty is fragile. Yeah, excellent. I was going to say, you guys are all kind of catching up and chatting while you kind of unload stuff out of boots. You see another family heading off into the forest as well. It looks like they've got a gaggle of kids with them. and they're trying desperately. It's a little bit like herding cats. They're sort of desperately trying to get kids to go down this trail, and there are shouts from Dad at the back, who's kind of literally like overladen with 15 bags, and he's just like, I really, really want to not be here right now, but he's kind of like
This
pressing
is
on
meant
down the
to be
trail.
a holiday.
There's mention
Same
of
shit,
moody.
different place.
There's mention of moody teenagers as well, but you kind of see them huff off down the trail, and probably another 5 or 10 minutes later, you guys are heading into the forest yourselves. The weather's pleasant, kind of mid-20s, so quite a nice day. A little bit after lunch, and as you guys head round the lake, you've got this quite deep forest, right, all the way round, and the trail that you're following is very clearly marked, and actually has a set of kind of camping and almost picnic spots.
What part of the country is this?
Just outside of Sherwood Forest area, right?
Oh, Shire.
So you're heading round, and
Right.
you get probably 2 or 3 camping spots away, and then you'll see this family. Well, you hear them before you see them, right? And their children are going mental, running around. As you kind of step out into the clearing, you can see a very stressed out mother trying to corral these children into some form of discipline. And Tom kind of gives you guys a bit of a look, as if like, not fucking staying near here, you know.
Under my breath, it's not this one. Not this
Yeah,
one. Not this one.
let's keep going.
Yeah.
So you guys press
walking.
on, and actually it's remarkably nice. You do pass a guy in a sort of park guide, or you know, kind of warden uniform, walking the other way, and he's maybe late 20s, early 30s, dressed as you'd imagine, this kind of like green and brown uniform, raises a hand and kind of heads along the trail to you. Afternoon, nice to meet you.
Hey.
Kind of gives everyone a big smile. And
Hey.
Jack, you guys staying
Hey
overnight?
Jack, where's the best spot?
So I think I saw a bunch of kids that way, so I'd say that way, a long way.
I agree.
Yes.
Maybe 12 or 13. The spots are further round, but it works a bit like a clock face. Head round. I give these guys a wide berth. Says with a smile. And he kind of looks. He's looking at all the bags and stuff you're carrying. Are you just staying for a couple of days, or looks like you're moving in?
I think Mike's moving in.
Just being
Yes.
prepared.
Mike's preparing for the apocalypse.
Yeah. Hey Jack, is it okay if we have a fire?
Yeah, sure it is. You'll see there are little fire pits marked. They're all circled with firestones, so it's all properly done. Yeah, you shouldn't have too much trouble. The only thing I would say is if you're going way off, just make sure you don't stray too far into the woods and get lost. So the trails are a little thinner out there. Okay, so just stick to the site and close thereabouts. All right.
Okie dokie. Megan, tell me you brought marshmallows.
What's that?
Did Megan
I
tell
have
me you brought
definitely-
marshmallows?
My headphones just-
marshmallows.
Guys, can you hear me?
Don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
My headphones
not
just went. for a minute.
Marshmallows, bananas, chocolate. We slit the bananas, we stuff it all in, we toast it over the fire.
Somewhere,
Oh my God,
Coach
delicious.
just sensed a disturbance in the force.
Somewhere.
He
there's
will
a-
never
a
know.
cute-
Look, he can do a 10-mile
He
run
will know.
tomorrow.
He always knows.
No carb, no
I'll say, don't worry. I bought you some granola.
Yeah.
I hope he didn't bring me granola.
rabbit
You
food.
can have extra banana.
Jack
That's the only fruit you've had all year.
Jack will go to walk around.
It was going to be
past
given to me then.
you, and he'll say, "I'll be doing a loop round later on tonight as well. So let me know if you get any problems. All right."
Okie dokie. We'll do.
We should be fine, but thank
What
you,
about
Jack.
showers? Is there a shower block?
The shower blocks are back by the by the car park, so not out in the sticks. I'm afraid you'll have to come back to your cars and
Rough it.
do your bits and pieces there.
Okay.
Although I'm told the water's pretty reasonable, actually. this time of year. It looks all right. And none of the guys are fishing up that that section, so you should be fine if you keep on heading around.
Okay.
Excellent.
A little shower in his backpack anyway, by the looks of it.
I fancy a swim in the lake.
Jack has a laugh at that and says, "Take care, stay safe." With
Look
that,
at Megan.
I've got like a messenger bag and a guitar. That's about it, really.
Yeah, fair enough. You guys head round. You get to plot 12, and actually the sign's broken. Looks like there's been some graffiti applied, but actually it's nice and quiet, and it's got quite an idyllic view of the lake here. So quite nice.
Start pitching a tent.
Right.
Okay.
I'll give them a soundtrack to do that too.
Fantastic. Yeah. Byron kind of
Fish the tent.
relaxes back and starts
Put
struggling.
some ambience in while you do the hard work.
Absolutely. Interestingly enough, one of the things that Tom does when he drops his pack down is he'll unzip it and take out some booze. So a couple of bottles of
Now you're
something
talking.
saucy come out. So he'll take out. There's a bottle of bourbon in
Sparkling
there.
water, Jane, aren't you?
Absinthe gets plopped down with a grin. He goes,
Take some
"Ooh,"
colours.
pops that down. Yeah, and there's kind of pretty much of his two bags. One of them's all sensible stuff, and the other one's pretty much all booze and crap food. So
The kind of bag that I would have brought if I could bother to bring the bag.
pretty much, you guys start putting your tents and bits and pieces up, getting stuff ready.
We'll start assembling Project Camp.
All these kind of So it takes
Hard working friends.
5 minutes later, mine's.
I was going to say Mike's is done super quick. Megan looks incredibly frustrated as her
I'm doing
fantastic
badly.
like engineering tent is like seems to be proving the better of her.
I'll
She's
walk
laid
over.
everything. She's laid everything out beautifully. It's all laid out.
And then I'm just kind of
piles and
scratching
stuff.
my
It's like, what the fuck is going
Holy
on here?
crap.
It's not laid
What
out.
is
It's got
that?
the instructions and laid out with numbered diagrams all in order.
Do you want me to do it?
I totally want you to do it. Thank you.
There's Byron will get a little nudge from Tom, and he'll kind of nod over towards the couple.
Yeah, it'll be like a bow chicka wow wow on the guitar.
I will methodically put the tent together. It'll take 5
I'll
minutes.
stick 2 fingers up at you, Byron.
Right. Yeah, he definitely kind of looks to you, Byron. He's like, when did that happen? Do you know anything about this?
Come on, man. You've got to have seen it. I've had my suspicions for a while.
Can I hear this conversation?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not subtle.
I don't think Byron does subtle.
Yeah,
No, Byron has no guile in it.
I'm not listening, though there is slight redness in both his cheeks at the moment while he's busy putting the tent together.
Even
Wait,
taking
are
pleasure in
you
being embarrassed.
trying
with
to
this.
tell me that
I'm not trying to tell you
Megan,
anything.
you little dark horse? How long has this been going on? Come on.
Is that of the tent up yet?
Mike.
Why have you got separate tents like?
Yeah. Tom will chime in. It's like, yeah, why don't you just stay in one tent?
This is so cool, you
Silly,
guys.
really.
Let's face it, nobody wants to share a tent with me.
I'll grab one of the bottles of booze.
slob.
I'm sorry, but this needs celebrating. Come on, everybody, get a glass.
Tom's like,
This
Okay.
is beautiful.
red beakers. Boom. Let's go. Let's get some drinks going.
You guys have been punching each other on the arm since you were like 8. Finally,
I know.
you've
I
known.
feel kind of like, well,
Come on, man. It's cause for celebration. So, pour the liquid celebration.
I think it is cause for celebration.
Fantastic.
Mutter.
I'll pour something gentle.
Temple, mutter,
There's
temple,
some
temple.
drink going in. Tom will kind of playfully jump in with you, Mike, and start helping out to get the thing finished off. And he's kind of like chuckling away. He's like, yeah, a bit of a dark horse there, slipping in. Did see that come in. He says,
Yeah.
kind of a wink.
On the guitar.
You notice weirdly that clouds seem to have covered the sun. It's taken a bit of a chill.
I was going to go for a swim as well.
You still can.
Who
Tom
knows
says with
how
a sort
to
of
build
slightly-
a fire?
I'll point at Mike. You are bound to know how to build a fire, Mike. Come on.
Yes, make fire.
Then I'm going for a swim. So I'll meander off from the clearing and start collecting some kindling and such. So leave them to enjoy the joke.
I was going to say, Tom will head off the other way and go and gather up some firewood. And it doesn't take long before those guys have come back with some relatively good armful of dry wood. The one thing I would say is by the time you get back, it's just starting to spit with rain. But it's not enough to dampen your resolve.
No, I'll get the fire going.
Who cares?
No worries.
We're all here. There's drinks. There's us. There's great food, which I've provided.
You can actually see across the way that that family kind of, clearly struggling and enjoying the time outside. As you can every now and again you hear the scream of a child in the distance, trying to kill one of the other ones.
Water carries, unfortunately.
Yeah, and you can see a little fire burning in the distance across the lake. They're pretty much the other opposite side to you. But yeah, by the time you kind of get the fire roaring, a couple of drinks in you, everyone's starting to feel remarkably good.
What time of day is it?
It's probably getting on for 5 now. Time to get some food down your neck. I have to say it's starting to get a little darker. The cloud cover seems to bring the evening in quicker than you might expect.
Whilst people are starting on the food, I'm going to quick change and I'm going to go for a quick dip.
Fair enough.
So,
Man mounting,
go for a splash.
Yeah, you'll get a little bit of friendly ribaldry as you head off with your swimming cosy, and you'll definitely get Tom saying to Jane, "So Jane, you're going to go in, right? Like, you just slip into that bikini or something you know you've got stashed away, and you're going to go in, right?"
I was thinking dungarees.
He's just like,
splash.
Yeah. You guys seem to, like say you can see Mike swimming around. There's definitely a moment after the splashing. It must be freezing in there. Actually.
No,
You've got 3 Adam's apples, baby. Balls in his throat.
Yeah, you're a pretty handy swimmer actually, Mike. And you get into a fairly comfortable position. Interesting enough, as you were kind of looking back at them, you can see the wind starting to pick up a little bit. You can see it kind of moving the trees as this kind of fresh breeze starts to pull in. You can see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to tighten all the guy ropes up a little bit.
Pretty much, there's a job of work to be done there.
I'll start swimming back.
I never thought of that.
You feel something touch your foot.
Fish.
Yeah, there's a little resistance for a second, like almost like you've caught it on something.
Like weed in the water or something.
Yeah. You give it a bit of like a thrash to a bit of accelerate away, and you feel it again.
Swim a little bit faster, not spooked. Swim a little bit faster.
Something grabs your calf hard.
Grabs, as in
you feel
finger.
Pain across your calf.
I'll give out an involuntary yelp, like more of a bellow, I guess. Whoa!
Oh, spin round. And
He starts to absolutely windmill.
I'll punch the water.
He's almost like aquaplaning back. Like, he comes absolutely belting back. You feel it kind of let go. When he comes staggering out, super out of breath, like there's a bit of a absolutely. There's kind of a little bit pale. His eyes are wide, see the whites all around him. He keeps looking down at his leg.
I'll look down.
It's fine.
You okay, Mike?
Something. Yeah, something.
Did you
Spooked
just get
me.
spooked in the
Spooked
lake?
me.
I'll wrap a towel around you.
You know,
You
proper
fool.
horror movie moment.
Whoa, Lake Placid. There's a giant crocodile in there.
Interesting enough, you're all stood there looking out, and then you hear Megan kind of teases with there's a huge crocodile in there. Something moves under the surface of the water. Sends like.
Did you see that? Did you see that?
I did
Holy
see
fucking
that.
shit! It is Lake Placid.
Holy crap.
Nobody goes swimming in the lake. It's probably just a pike.
Where's that warden? You never mentioned anything about a giant crocodile in the lake.
It's not that big, but there's a sort of flurry of movement, you know.
It'd be like fish or a
Big
pike
fish.
or something.
Yeah,
Eel
but
or
An eel, perhaps.
oh come on.
yeah, you're right. You're right. I'll go,
You-
go and stand near the fire to dry off.
I can't remember the giant crocodile now. do
you
you?
big wussy.
We need-
That'd be awesome.
We need to tighten those guy ropes. It's getting windy.
Yeah.
All right.
There's
Oh, sorry, I'm
I'm
starting to sound like Conrad. I need to
really
stop.
hard to stand up, man, in this driving up the wall.
It's just impossible. I have to go in a tent. It's
I'm
gonna-
gonna have to go in the tent, man, and roll
go
this
in the
up. It's good job I'm using fucking green and not resin. Fucking hell.
It's a good job somebody else
Oh,
put
and
your tent up as well, because
Absolutely.
But Mike, I can have your tent because you're in the really big, super engineered one with your future wife.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think it's a
We
bit
could-
early to be talking like that.
Tom's sort of like, oh my God, are we getting invitations? Is this why we're here? Is
Just
this
a-
like wedding
just-
You
invitations?
lot are totally
Oh,
not coming to the
Jane
wedding.
Jane's tote's going to get maid of honor, but you know you'll have to have two best men. Like,
Yeah, of course.
I don't
It's
know
gonna
any
be
best men.
Let's not.
oh, you cut me deep, man. You cut me real deep.
We need to
Don't
start
say
planning the stag do, right?
Excuse me.
I think
No, I
Byron
can
should
do
be in
that.
charge of planning the stag do.
Yeah, you should do that actually.
Can you just
Because I'll try and do it in the last.
Take a
45.
knee, guys.
Take
Yeah,
Right.
Byron, you are not organising the stag do. It will be drugs
No.
and strippers, and that will be the entire night. That is not happening.
Can I
Go
go?
ahead,
Can I
man.
go?
How have we
That's
got
like a
on to
four.
talking about a bloody wedding?
I'm sorry.
Just
We're
a
not.
joke.
Henry
There's
better
a-
have
there's-
drugs and strippers, Megan. Oh, the boys have all the fun.
There's the
Yeah,
sizzle of. There's the sizzle of food
I'm
that you
gonna
guys
get
are
dressed.
starting to get stuff
But,
ready.
you know, some athletic types.
Stomp, 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 stomp. Let's get dressed.
He goes off in a huff. Actually, as he kind of stomps off, his calf does look a bit pale, like as if there's a little bloodless almost. It looks a little pale as he walks away.
Hey, Mike,
It's a
what's
bit-
up with your leg?
I told you. Yeah, grab.
Fish grabbed him. Yeah.
Mhm.
So how are we doing with them sausages? People start to turn their focus
You've
towards
not left
food.
Byron in charge of the food, have you? No.
God no. If you left me in charge of the food, my response is what food?
What food? I didn't bring any food. I thought you guys were bringing that.
There's food cooking.
There's food cooking. So
Well,
by
I
the
just
time
have people bring me food. I can't cook.
I will
Burn
change
the house
in.
down.
I will change in the larger of the tents.
Yep.
And when I come out, I'll be bringing one of my own personal stash of beer with me as well.
stuff.
Grab a hoodie.
Eel ale.
Fantastic. I was going to say, you guys all sit down. A few more drinks go by. There's a lot of kind of catching up on what's been
Life.
happening. Yeah, life, the universe, everything.
James is quick training.
No.
But there's lots and lots of questions about like the Team GB thing and how did selection go and blah blah blah. So there's
And how was
Single
the
friends in
magazine
there.
shoot?
there's a bit of conversation.
Got a
and-
record deal yet?
and a
Did they
music.
Photoshop you, by the way?
Yes.
She's like, of course they did.
That is outrageous.
Don't
Tom
fight
will-
it.
Tom
Don't
will-
fight it.
Tom
They
will-
make you look fantastic.
Tom will pull this kind of women's health magazine out and drop it down and says purely for research purposes.
Oh my
Just
Oh,
like
God.
flicks it open.
I can't
so
believe
that-
you've actually got a copy of that.
It's like, of course. I didn't get any pictures blown up or anything, truly. They do this in poster size, guys.
Yeah. Why is this sticky exactly, Tom?
Oh no,
Not
no.
Oh, she
No.
went there. She went there.
If I ever found out you paid tribute to me, I will
You
back
paid
down
tribute.
where the sun don't shine.
Beautiful. It's touching. As you guys are kind of having this kind of fun moment, and you're all kind of taking the mick a little bit. You hear an ear-piercing scream from further into the forest, and it snaps you, guys. It snaps you out of the laughter.
Yeah, big time.
instantly.
I'll be up and running.
I say, wait there, Jane, and I will.
I've already
run
got
to
like
the
200
tent.
feet.
I'll shout, bellow, wait there.
That was a scream.
Bit straight to the big tent. I come out. Headlight.
Headlight. It is
Bowie
getting
knife.
darker. It's
Bowie
getting
knife.
darker.
Yeah.
You've got a Bowie knife.
Yeah, it's just an outdoor knife.
No worries. You take out your Bowie
Not
knife.
creepy at
Everyone's a
all.
bit like, Bowie knife.
It's just
Come
a
on!
hunting blade.
That was a scream.
Uh,
That wasn't a wait around for me. That was a
Now
scream.
I jog after Jane. I say, light. We need to be able to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Starting
fair
to
point.
the rain's starting to
Will.
come down.
Shall we
Guys, wait there.
Okay.
We'll call you.
Okay.
If we got signal,
Yeah, I'll wait here.
Keep moving. I'll grab a torch and catch up.
I'll
Okay.
jog off. Okay, I'll jog off
Okay.
in the
so
direction of the screen.
Be careful.
Megan, you and Byron, are you going to stay at the camp?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not
So
going to blunder around in the dark.
Tom will jump up. He's got a little hand torch, and the
Be
three of
careful,
you will kind of
guys.
lope off into the woods. It's very quickly evident what Jack said about the trail thinning. So there's a little trail that you're able to follow for a little distance. Trying to keep an idea of the rough approximation of where the scream came from, but you're quickly off the trail and having to kind of push your way through quite thick brush all around.
I will try and
See a glimmer of white in the distance.
right, head in that direction, but I'm going to try and leave at least a mark on the tree bark as we're going.
You guys are able to make your way through, a bit scratched and scraped from your, traversing the thing. Up ahead, you hear another scream. Clearly from the same person, in a great deal of distress. And you see someone running in this direction hard. It's a female, dressed in a white t-shirt with
Arms wide. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
with jeans, and she's hammering through the woods.
Arms
and you
wide.
can see blood on her t-shirt.
Love, calm down. I'm a doctor.
Mike, can you
With a Bowie knife.
Can you pop that picture up, please?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Ooh, surprise picture.
ping.
So, Jane, Mike, and Tom get to see
Just bear with me. I
a
didn't
new arrival. A frightened 18-year-old girl that's running towards you with a blood-stained white shirt.
Suspense is killing me.
Yeah, where's it going? Is it going in roll 20?
It's uploading.
Love this.
Oh.
There she is.
Oh, there she is.
Oh.
So,
Arms wide. I'd be like, calm down, love. I'm a doctor.
she staggers and kind of collapses on the floor.
Push over.
You can see as she falls forwards onto her hands and knees, you can see that she's got a huge rake mark down her back where her back is cut to ribbons with two big slashes, claws of like kind of
Hold this.
churned her flesh.
I'll
What are you holding
I'll
out?
hold the knife out to either Tom or Jen and say, hold this.
I'll grab it.
Tom grabs it. Tom and Jane reach out and both grab it and go, "Oh, sorry." And Tom
I
will
let
leave
go.
it.
I let go as soon as
No,
they
no,
grab
Tom-
it.
Tom will leave it to Jane.
And then I'll scoop this girl up. I say, hey, easy.
kind of her eyes stare. There's a real intensity to her gaze.
Oh,
the,
right.
the picture's got them as kind of amber.
Yeah. Okay.
They're
I'll be
very
like,
much- kind
Doctor
of breathing
voice.
hard, like shallow and fast.
Doctor voice. Okay, now let's take this nice and steady. Let's get you back to camp. We'll have a look at your back.
You're with them. You're with them.
I'm with nobody,
You're
Doc.
with them.
I'm
Get
just
off me, and she'll sort of thrash to get away.
holding her. So I'll lift her up. I said, look, calm.
She'll hammer a blow into your chest.
Easy. I'm trying to help you.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. She
Shh.
scrambles back.
All
away
right.
from you.
Listen, look.
Her eyes go to the knife.
You need to calm down. I want to help.
I'm facing back up the trail.
I want to sort your back out. Okay, come on, come back to the camp. Come on.
She looks terrified.
Listen, we can call the police.
Don't work. The phones don't work.
Well, we can take you back to the car.
She extends the phone towards you, and sure enough, you can see the display lit. No bars. It says no service.
Pull mine out and have a look.
No service.
Fucking Vodafone. Well, look, we'll get you back to the cars, okay?
Hurts.
Yes, well, I can take care of that. I have a medical kit back at camp.
Who are you?
I'm a doctor.
Yes.
Mike. My name's Mike. What's your name?
Rose.
Well, listen, Rose, why don't you come with us? We can get you patched up, and then we can get you to somewhere where you can get proper medical attention.
She kind of looks up. She looks at Jane. You're not going to hurt me, are you?
No, Mike's a doctor. He's a good guy.
Nods, almost reassured.
Come on.
Stands
Can you
up.
walk?
Yes.
Oh, she's reassured. I'm shitting bricks down on the path with the knife out.
Let's get back to the camp. Let me know if it becomes too painful to walk, okay?
Clearly painful for her to walk, but she refuses. She'll flinch away from your touch if you reach out to her.
Okay. Come on, let's walk.
Start to walk back to camp. Guys, you heard the second scream.
Sir?
You don't hear much of the commotion in the distance, but you start to see the bobbing light of the head torch, Mike's head torch, and the other torch as the lights are coming back.
Thank fuck for that.
What did this to you?
I'll come out to meet them.
Came from the darkness. Came out of the dark. It went for my throat.
What were you doing out there on there, Rose?
Trying to get away from my family.
You're with the family across the lake.
She looks around a little bit. Silently. You guys walk back into the clearing. Fire's going. Byron and Megan are stood there. You see this girl, like I say,
I'll run to greet them.
pale, with her eyes kind of flashing with colour. But you can see her kind of clothes bloodied. For some reason, she's not wearing any shoes.
What's going on?
Don't know. Look after her for a minute. I'm going to go and get my medical kit.
There's a huge movement in the trees behind you, like a real sort of shifting of the shrubberies. She turns, and both Byron and Megan, you see these great slashes of claws that have been marked all the way down her back.
What did that?
She looks back and
Dive into the tent.
Is there some kind of like bear out here or something?
Fucking Nottingham.
I'll come
I know,
back out.
Well, you explain it, Byron.
Phil, is it reasonable to assume I've got a decent medical kit?
It's reasonable to assume you've got a decent
medical kit. Trainee doctor goes anywhere without a medical kit.
Well,
yes, yeah.
Especially out in the woods camping with his friends. Somebody's got to be responsible.
Yeah, especially when Megan has messaged you about 20 times to check whether you're bringing your full medical kit.
Especially with somebody as clumsy as Byron.
Because Byron is bound to OD while we're away.
I'll come back out with the kit and I'll look at Rose and I'll say, will you trust me to treat your wounds?
She kind of sort of stops there for a moment. And she looks across at Byron. There's a moment between them as she kind of makes eye contact with you, Byron. She's Here in the firelight, she's beautiful. She's striking looks 4, your striking looks 4. There's a moment between you. As she goes, as she looks back at you, Mike, and goes, "Not from you."
Oh, I'm the doctor, darling. So.
All right, but what's shaking the trees?
Must be close.
Just the wind.
What?
She got red
You
hair.
think the wind did this? Yeah. You think the wind did this to me?
I need to
Tell
treat
us what
your
did-
wounds.
Tell us then. Tell us what happened.
She's looking at the bottle of alcohol in your hands, Byron.
I will take a deep, long swig and then hand her the bottle.
She takes it.
I can't take my eyes off her. I'm really confused.
Hang on a second,
I
like.
want seeing.
And she'll take 3 or 4 long pulls of the alcohol and hand it
That's
back to you. It
not a good idea, is it?
hurts.
Let me treat your wounds.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to patch them up the best I can until we can get you to a hospital.
Kind of shakes her head.
They need to be treated or there could be infection. And those lacerations, to be frank, they need to be stitched.
They look really bad.
She kind of sits down cross-legged. There's a real frailty to her when she kind of nods finally, as if like, okay.
Okay. I will kneel down behind her. I'll say, Jane, would you sit near her, please? And she seems to take comfort from you.
Have you put the Bowie knife down?
No, I'm going to hand it to Tom. And I'll like point to my eyes and point to where the trees were shaking.
Yeah. Tom nods. He'll walk to the edge of the camp, and you see him stood there, the knife up to his side, just watching into the forest, looking, sort of sweeping with his torch, looking out for something.
When I can see he's taking it seriously, I'll take my eyes off the forest.
Yeah.
I'll open the medical kit.
Okay, no worries.
And then I will gently just peel the back of her top up.
Yep.
I'll go round to see what's going on.
She'll
Jane,
flinch away at the
easy,
pain of it.
easy.
What,
And I'll
what's
ask
the
Jane,
rest?
will you just hold it up, please, so I can get to the wounds without...
I'm here, I'll hold it.
Oh, please, Megan.
And
then I'll...
You pull part of the t-shirt up at the back, and sure enough, they're deep, maybe like a good centimetre deep, carved wounds.
I've got some light spray analgesic that will help deaden the pain a little bit before I start work on them.
Spray it on, she'll shudder.
Jane, you'll see me kind of wide-eyed look over at you and then look back.
She smiles at Byron.
I'm actually looking. I will probably. They all know me very well. I'll actually be looking like quite shaken.
Did I hear you playing music? Is it you in the woods? She smiled.
Yeah.
Did you play some for me? As Mike kind of.
Right, what's done then?
Sure. Yeah.
Is this an animal?
I can't tell. It looks
really-
looks animalistic in nature, yes.
How many
Animalistic in
scratches are there?
nature.
So something's out here. We need to report this.
Where's that Jack guy? You seen him?
No, he said he was going to do another pass.
I may
Rose,
take a
can I
walk
ask you
back.
a really weird question? Do you have a recurring dream?
No,
Mm.
Rose, I asked that too.
You know,
oh, I thought you said guys. Sorry.
We probably do answer no.
Yeah.
What you want
I
that,
think-
Byron?
What?
there's a kind of you
Stoned
can.
again.
Is that quite quietly spoken, Byron, or does everyone?
Yeah.
Does everyone kind of?
No, I've just kind of been sitting down in front of her with the guitar when she asked me to play something. I'll just kind of lean over the guitar and say, just can I ask you a really weird question? Do you have a recurring dream?
There's a kind of nod. Yeah.
What is it?
had it for years. Just it's just kind of looks around as if she doesn't want to say anything in front of anybody else.
I'll just start plucking at the strings quite lightly and playing a little tune.
How many lacerations am I stitching up?
Stitching up 6. 3 one way, 3 the other.
I'm going to walk back to the cars after this, I think, and try and get a phone signal.
See if you can kind of.
Yeah, I'll check my mobile.
When you check your mobiles, guys,
3 calls.
no service. Everybody's phone.
What about 999? Do you think maybe we need to call?
Still no service, but
I'll try it.
you're like, try 999 instead. Yeah. There's no service, but try 999. Yeah. Bam, bam, bam.
Sometimes emergency calls get through. Shut up.
There's a moment, Byron, as you're kind of after you've asked her about the dream, as you kind of step away and Mike's getting properly stuck into trying to get these wounds stitched up, or certainly kind of trying to clean them out.
Triage.
She says quietly, but it's quiet enough for you guys to hear. She goes, but he has your eyes. And she shivers. You can see the kind of hair on her arms stand up. Whatever it is she's talking about, she's frightened of it.
I'll take a few steps away from her and gesture Megan to come over.
Oh.
I'll kind of go lost in thought and just kind of lightly pluck at the strings, sort of nodding.
I know!
This is a fucking horror movie, what the fuck?
I did not. Can I just say I hadn't arranged this? This isn't like part of the game.
It's not on the itinerary. There's no phone signal. There's a clawed up girl. There's something touched his leg. There's shaking in the forest.
There's a boom and a lightning fills the sky.
And that's just
thunderstorm.
I think we
just underlines Jane's point. This is a horror movie.
See.
And at that point, as I finish the last
Byron
one,
interactions.
Yeah,
I think we need to get back.
You're still working on them, dude. It'll take
He's
you
always had one foot in Hollywood.
I think we need to leave because in horror films they never leave. They always investigate. Let's leave. We survive.
Hey.
Everything's okay.
Hey.
Who's that?
Is that someone out there? Says Tom. The knife.
Fuck.
Hey, I can see you.
We should have left.
keep stitching. Can you find out what's going on?
I'm going to get in one of the cars and turn it towards where Tom is.
Cars? What
We
cars?
walked here.
No, why did we leave the cars behind?
Are you having a breakdown already?
And switch on the main beams.
It's always one of the pretty girls that has a breakdown.
Tom's
calling
voice,
the army.
Tom's normally calm voice seems to break a little as he says, "I can see you out there."
I'm gonna step up beside him.
Step up beside him. You can see him playing his torch over a shape in a little distance away through the bushes.
I'll go and stand next to you, Mike.
You haven't Mike, you're just getting to the point where your stitches are finished. Rose stands up quickly.
Careful.
You kind of still holding on. You're like, oh shit. It's still got the thread off her back with the needle attached to it.
Snip it quickly.
She's kind of staring into the darkness. He comes. He says, he comes, and all around you, the undergrowth starts to move. All around
Fuck
you.
Shit. Running back to the campfire and grabbing up a big burning branch.
As you guys see that, Tom will turn to one side, and he kind of brandishes this huge knife, looking as though he's ready to attack. And as you're kind of forming up around the fire to keep the fire at your backs,
I'm packing up
Rose
my
runs into the woods.
No. Well, there's gratitude for you.
And boy, she's fast. You'll see her just run into the woods.
Right, that's
She
it.
sort
I
of
go back to the
screams
car.
and runs off into the woods.
I'm going to get some people out here. This is ridiculous.
Pick up a bottle of alcohol.
You can hear growling either side.
Oh my god.
What the hell?
Mike, what is that?
Pick up a piece of
Hear a scream from Rose.
pick up a piece of firewood that would not been burnt, so a hefty log.
I think we stay together.
Head
Put
towards
light
it.
back on.
No, we'll stay together.
Um,
I'll grab you as you go past, Byron. I think we should
I won't be listening. It's almost like I'll be in a trance. I'll just be. As soon as I hear a scream, I'll go.
Byron is filled with a grace that is unusual, and he sort of shrugs off your hand as he heads into the forest.
Mike,
Byron,
wait!
wait!
You need to stop him.
God
This
damn
is
it.
important. My voice will say as I disappear into the tree.
I'll lumber into motion after him.
You can hear. If you guys are stood there, you can see, like I say, you can see Rose in the distance. There's a scream from her as she kind of heads through the bushes. You see Byron following off after her into the darkness. Either side of you, the sound of these kind of feral creatures like seems to get more intense, and you can see the undergrowth on both sides of the camp shuddering as if kind of they're sort of shaking. You know the way a kind of predator hunkers down before they pounce.
Oh, this.
Tom runs after Byron.
No.
He's quite close behind Byron, to be honest.
I won't go then. I'm staying with Jane and Megan.
I shall run after Tom.
Don't leave us, Jane. No.
Okay, you three go off. Megan, Mike, you're stood there. You can hear growling from within the undergrowth on both sides.
I'll call over my shoulder. We can't just leave them.
Get yourself
They
with your back.
They left us.
You hear Tom shout, and he'll go, "Mike, Megan, come on!"
You better go. What do you think? I'll do what you say. Tell me what you think.
I don't think we should go. I think we should stay with our backs to the fire, grab a burning brand and just wait.
But Jane's over there. She might need our help.
She's gone after Tom, who's gone after Byron. This is just turning into a farce if we all go in there.
You can see something glimmering in the bushes.
I'm scared.
Glimmering of.
Don't be scared, love. I'll hit the fucker if it comes out.
I know you will.
You guys see 9.
You've gone really quiet, dude.
Is that any better?
We don't want to hear any more about 9 anything.
You see Megan and Mike. You see 9 black wolves start to edge into the camp.
I'll grab Mike and start running.
In Nottingham?
Oh,
They're big. They're like, they're big creatures, right? These are kind of your classic wolves.
running is a bad idea.
I'm grabbing you by the hand and I'm running. So if you're pulling me back, pull me back. But I'm pulling you to run in the direction they've gone.
No, if you want to go, he's not going to stop you, but neither is he going to leave you on your own. But he will mutter, "This is a bad idea," and I'll heft the branch ready for if anything decides to try and hamstring.
You head off at speed, and Mike, you're kind of running, but you turn back to look at the wolves, and you see them fan out. You see 3 move towards you, but 3 on either side kind of burst into the undergrowth. Those further up the trail, you can see Rose in the distance as she there's a horrifying point as she must hit some kind of hawthorn bush or like a nasty bramble set, and she piles like head on into it, and you actually can see it like pulling at her skin as she kind of tears through, terrified, and you can see blood kind of streaking her arms and her back as she kind of pushes desperately through and away from these creatures. You get to the bramble.
Okay, at this point, she's a crazy person. I'm worried about Tom and Byron. Where are they?
Tom is right next to you, and Byron's right next to him. I'm assuming, Byron, you got a bit of tunnel vision.
Yeah, I'm not even aware that they're with me. Probably.
So you're straight into the brambles.
Yeah, you pile straight into the brambles, and you can feel it tugging at you, but there's a kind of, you almost feel a little desensitized. So you feel it kind of tugging at your skin, but you just kind of pull and tear through to try and get to her. You see she must come out the other side of this kind of nasty bush, kind of, it's a broader area, and she falls down. You see her sort of stagger and then fall down, face down on the floor. You kind of tear through. I'm assuming, Jane, you and Tom are kind of tangling through.
I do care about my skin, though.
Oh, I understand that.
Tom's got a big knife, so.
You're picking. I was going to say. So Tom starts to hack at the branches, and they're like thick brambles everywhere, and he kind of starts to hack away, and you follow Tom through, and he kind of makes a little. Well, I say little. He makes a reasonable size hole that you head through. He's scratched, but not terribly badly, and you're not scratched as badly still. Megan, you can see both you and Mike can see them heading through.
Megan will fit, no problem.
Yeah, Megan will fit, no problem. I hate to say it, Mike.
It's going to hurt.
This is going to hurt, but the wolves are getting closer. You feel the air kind of brush against you at the snap.
And I will wave, I'll sort of sideswipe with a
huge whipping blows back and forth, but they're always just quick enough to sort of dodge it.
I'm probably screaming actually as I come in.
I will growl at Megan, run through, and then I will assume a kind of a classical rugger stance, and I'm just literally going to shoulder barge my way through because I know this is going to hurt anyway.
Yeah. You guys pop through, and as you get to the other side, the sound of the wolves sort of slowly fades.
I'll collapse to my knees.
Slowly. Guys, you, in order, so Byron, you, Jane, and Tom, you can see, looks like Rose is sort of sobbing. She's kind of lying face down and she's sobbing. And soon, well, not that many heartbeats later, Megan kind of zips through relatively unscathed, and then this horrible tearing sound as Mike backs his way through, and then kind of turns and presses, and you see it kind of tear at the flesh of his big arms and his huge size as he pushes through. And as you kind of pop through into the clearing, there's a kind of mulchy moss and like thick mulch to the ground. It's like soft, and you feel as you kind of push through, Mike, the last kind of squeeze through this kind of bramble bush kind of pulls it closed behind you, almost like as it kind of you've pushed it open, it springs back, and you stagger forward and sort of drop down.
Piss in blood.
Sorry, I gotta pee.
You guys are.
Yeah.
You guys are.
I have got to go to the loo. This seems like a good place for a quick 2-minute break before we go into the next thing. I am dying for a pee. I'm so sorry.
Have we just popped into Arcadia?
I love the fact that I just was getting to a point of oosh. And
I know, but seriously, I've got to go.
Joe, probably yes.
Yeah.
As soon as he described it, I was like, poker face.
I could see your grin getting bigger and bigger, and you were like, "Oh God, I know what this is."
I knew we should have stayed put. I'd have rather taken on the 9 wolves.
No, you'd have died. So, versus the 9 wolves, there's no point. But yeah, they'd have mangled you and then brought you here. That's the alternative.
Great.
So it was either come
Don't
here.
Don't kill me. I'm a doctor.
Come through. And, yeah. We'll wait for them to come back in a second. Are you guys okay? Do you want a quick break to grab a drink?
I'm fine.
Or?
Yeah.
Joe,
I might take a loo break actually. Good plan.
Okay, no worries. Reconvene in a couple of minutes.
Early
Do you want to grab
rise.
a beer or something, dude? Or
No, I'm not. I'm drinking beer because I'm in the hospital tomorrow. So
okay, no worries. All right, let's just. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's fine.
There we go.
Well, they heard that you went to the loo. They all thought, you know what, we'll get on the pain train ourselves.
Tension was getting to me.
Fuck.
That escalated quickly.
Yeah. You've no idea. Bugger. Bugger. And I'm trying really hard not to use Conrad's voice.
Yeah.
It's all right, mate. I'm a doctor. Don't worry about it. As I stab you with this knife. Glurk.
At least everyone was kind enough to leave the video feed on.
Yes. So, Football Manager. I wouldn't have pegged you as a Football Manager game player.
I wanted something strategy-ish. So
You should try.
Manage Crew Alexander.
You should try Europa Universalis 4 if you want some strategy-ish. That's nails.
Have you seen the new Star Trek VR game?
Yes, I told you about that, remember?
Yeah, I was looking at it the other day. Looks really I need everybody to buy these now.
Definitely getting that if I get a headset.
Get a headset.
No, Europa Universalis 4 is grand strategy from early 1400s to 1820. It's a Paradox Interactive game, and you can play as any country in the world.
True.
It's hard work.
I'll read.
That and Guild Wars 2.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
The nature began calling just as we started the session and was kind of screaming by the time I actually went.
I've been
holding that for about 20 minutes.
I'll never forget. Right, there was years and years ago. I used to do. I did a role playing game. I did Vampire the Masquerade with Chris Wharton. What's his name? Stuart and a couple of other guys up in. No. There were a couple of the guys that did live Vampire, and I'll never forget putting the guys in a real stress pressure cooker situation, and Stuart going, "Dude, I'm sorry, I need a fag," and he literally went to get up, and I went, "No, you fucking don't. Sit your ass down." He was a bit like, "Okay," and you could see him jonesing for this fag. He was just like freaking out a little bit at the time. I kept them there for another half an hour, just cranking it up. By the end of it, he drew this fag, like, boom. It's hilarious. So just imagine for a second that there was a seamless cut, and you didn't all go for a piss break.
It was on ITV, and it was straight to the ad break.
It was just straight to the ad break. Instead of that, so you stood around the sobbing form of Rose. You can see you guys are wet from the rain. You move over, Byron, and touch her, and she doesn't flinch away from you, but kind of draws herself up. The wounds on her back that Mike has helpfully stitched. Weird. They seem a little better here, almost like they're fading. And she ain't crying. She's laughing. She turns and smiles, and you see that picture of the wandering Rose as she smiles back at you. There's a flash of gold from her eyes.
What the fucking hell is going on?
She stands up with a kind of elven grace, smiles. Welcome to the Eternal Forest, to my home. She says with an unnaturally broad smile.
Back up.
Is this some kind of joke?
The log. Megan, come here, Megan.
The joke's on you. You're mine now. I'm so pleased to have such fine specimens.
I don't know what's going on, but you stay the fuck away from us.
What will you become? Predator or prey?
Yeah,
she says with this. There's a cut. She looks completely insane.
I'll push right up against you, Mike.
My heart's just kind of fallen down to my feet.
My bloody arm around her shoulder, and I've got the log held up in my other hand.
let's see how you fare. All will become clear in time.
Right, we're leaving.
She roars with the laughter of a maniac. Yes, try and leave. Run through the hedge if you can. You're lost and you're mine. Get used to this place. It's going to be your home forever. And with that, she turns, and you see her take a single step.
Jane.
She drops into 1,000 autumn leaves.
What the fucking hell?
And an unseen wind like blows them away. As you all stand there, go.
Have we had our drinks spiked? Byron, have you spiked our drinks? This isn't real, right?
Byron, please tell me you spiked our drinks.
This isn't real, right?
Byron, you wish your spikes you'd spiked everyone's drink. That was a great idea, but no, you didn't do that.
Oh,
Tom.
Right. What is
kind of what?
The knife.
No. He kind of looks down. He's holding the knife. Yeah.
Let's get a hole through this hedge. Come on.
Turns around and hacks.
Well, that's where the wolves are, though.
He goes. Tom sort of like you see him swinging at this kind of briar bush, and he goes, "Fuck the wolves," and starts to hack.
Exactly.
He hacks once, twice, and then this whole section of briars like falls flat, as if it was almost like a sort of temporary fence that was put up.
what?
And you see it fall flat, and ahead of you, stretching out into the distance, is a forest.
Ah, there we go.
There's a bit like
What?
That was kind of easy. Come on.
not the forest we
This
come from.
looks a bit too thick.
there's a moment as Tom looks up. You can
follow
see
his gaze.
You can see stars through the canopy, and he looks up, and you see the colour drain out of him.
I'll follow his gaze.
He looks
Come
at you
on.
and goes, those aren't our stars.
Stars are wrong.
What do you mean they're not our stars? Of course they're our stars.
There's an anger in Tom, and he's like, "What the fuck do you think I mean?
Hey,
There's no-
easy, Tom.
They
Easy.
are not our fucking stars.
I don't.
No dipper,
Well,
no North
explain
Star, no-"
yourself.
Should have known.
I look at Megan. She usually explains the complicated stuff.
What do you mean you should have known, Byron?
You knew this was going to happen.
No, but you'd have never have believed me if I'd have told you before.
Byron,
Told you
you're
what-
a
what?
Crazy girl magnet. I'm
Tom,
holding you
sit
responsible
down.
for this.
The reason when I go on a real bender and I need your help to clean up, Mike, when I go really down that dark rabbit hole, I've had all my life pretty much the same kind of recurring nightmare, and only the drugs and the music could drown it out. Just flashes of red hair and eyes like two pools of gold, and a deeply unsettling feeling of menace. That's why I was a bit confused when I saw her, because it was kind of a bit of a whoa moment, but whoa, here we fucking are.
Where's here?
I don't know.
And what's with the special effects?
That makes no sense, Byron. So, you had a dream. So, what has that got to do with us being here chased by wolves? And
Somebody's fucking with us.
Girl turned into leaves.
It's special effects. You've seen David Blaine, haven't you?
is this some kind of, like, reality thing, Mike? Is that what you're saying? Like, prank show? Ha ha ha.
Doesn't feel like a show.
I'll just give Megan's shoulder a bit of a squeeze because she seems a little bit on edge.
Guys, off in the distance, as you're having this conversation, you see 3 figures running through the forest. A good distance away. Maybe 200 or 300 meters away. But you can make them out as they move. It's quite dark, but there is
campers.
Hey!
Hey, over here!
No.
No,
I'll be
you
saying.
see the flash of a gaze looking back at you, and they bolt.
Away from us or at us?
Yeah, away from you.
Oh.
No sooner have they moved away, you see 4 big figures step out from behind trees a distance away, on kind of running on their vector that the 3 figures were that just ran off.
I
don't like this.
And you see
this.
one of them drop down into like a sort of feral thing, and he sniffs at the ground.
I don't like this
stands
one
up
bit.
and they race after them, leaving a kind of zip along.
I don't like this.
Like
I
they're
don't
doing
like,
parkour through the forest.
I don't like this.
Look, let's.
Oh, she said
we don't know
predator
what.
or prey. She said predator or prey.
Look, let's find somewhere to hole up until the morning.
This isn't what we had in mind for this weekend.
Let's find somewhere safe until tomorrow, and we'll figure things out then.
What if the sun doesn't come up?
We need to make a plan.
Don't be daft, Jane. The sun always comes up.
When we've got our stars, it does.
Tom points off into the distance. What about
Can we
that
see the
way?
moon?
You can see a trail.
Let's do it.
Off the distance.
Sounds like a good idea, Tom.
Hang on a second. Shouldn't we be trying to find the bushes we came through to get back out of them?
We
Just
just
follow
did.
And hit the thing, and it just fell down like a
But-
false.
Well, there's got to be an explanation for that. They've got to be maybe, I don't know, we got it wrong, we got mixed up, or
Sweetheart,
Well,
we'll
check it
find a
out.
landmark. We'll find a landmark tomorrow.
well, like
They're
yeah,
not our stars.
well, they have to be. Whose stars are they? Are you saying we've skipped planets, or what are you saying?
Almost a growl, Tom, as he snaps his gaze back to Megan. It's like, I fucking told you they're not our stars.
Tom, easy.
Who are they then, Tom?
Back down.
You alright, Tom?
If you've got all the answers, tell us what's going on then.
I don't have the fucking answers.
Whoa.
Well, then,
Everybody needs to
why
just
you
chill the fuck out.
Why are you
Calm
giving
down.
me like this attitude? I'm just trying to work out what's
It's
going
like
on.
a fucking game show. It clearly ain't a game show. Look, there's a trail. Why don't we follow the trail? Or you can stand around and look for your fucking mirrors if you think there are mirrors or whatever.
I think we need to find somewhere safe for the night. The trail's as good an idea as anything. Let's go.
I agree with Mike.
Trails are made by things moving along them.
Yes,
We ain't getting out of this if we fight amongst ourselves.
agree.
Now that
Getting
is
out
true.
of what?
That is true.
Getting out of what though?
Don't
Well, that's
worry
what we
about
need
the
to
what.
figure out.
I'm in the shittest situation.
Live in the now, moment by moment.
Okay.
Come on.
We
Moment
need
by
to make a
moment.
plan. We need to decide what we're going to do.
Plan for now.
Tom
follow
Lout
the
seems
trail.
to be like freaking out. He's like,
I'll-
turns to
I'll-
Jane,
I'll-
and he goes, "What do you want to do?"
I'm walking towards the trail.
So am I. Sort of
There's
not dragging Megan with me, but sort of guiding.
Yeah.
Only one thing I hate worse than bad decisions is no decisions.
Yeah, let's go. Head off to the trail. Weirdly, you walk over towards the trail. When you kind of look off to the side, it looks sort of almost like there's a distorted perspective to it. So when you look back the way you've come, it looks like different terrain. And you can walk a little way down the trail, and as you look off the sides, it looks totally different. The trees don't look recognizable.
So Byron, in these dreams, how did you get out of this place?
They're very detailed. It's just an overarching threat of menace. Why do you think I did all the fucking drugs to fucking numb it?
I feel pretty fucking threatened now, says Tom.
Mm.
Yeah.
Stop brandishing the
I
knife.
wish we'd grabbed a few more bits before we ran.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Live in the now.
There is a little bit of that. You can, he's clearly not aware that he's got the knife in his hand, but he's kind of, trying to make the point with the knife.
Yeah, so that's why I'll just casually say, stop brandishing the knife.
You're like, oh, yeah. You hear a rustle of movement off the trail. There's a sort of slight, sort of soft roll to the hill here.
But I'm going to keep my eye out for a spear-sized branch.
Okay. Yeah. You walk across to a branch, reach up to it, and it looks vaguely sort of staff-like, but in your head you're going, I need a spear, I need a javelin. You reach up, and as you see, as Jane grabs the thing, it turns into a spear. It transforms into a spear in her hands. And
what the fuck did you just do?
How do you react to that, Jane?
With gratitude, is that right?
Okay. Do you turn back to the others?
I'll
to sort of
look
go
at it in my hand for a minute. Like I'll be
okay.
Where I grabbed it, I'll look at it.
Okay, you look at it. It's a finely carved ash spear with a kind of flint head.
How did you do that?
When you turn back, guys, there is a soft, downy fur on Jane's face.
Guys, check
what
it out.
the hell?
And what was it that Jane said when she turns around to them? Like, what the fuck? Or whatever. When you open your mouth, there are points like fangs.
I'm assuming their reaction is to the spear.
Yeah.
I'll take a step back.
It just happened. I just reached up. I wanted a spear.
I'll take a step forward. Keep still. And I'll reach up slightly. Let's keep still. And I'll lift.
She's got beasts' fangs.
What are you doing?
Run your tongue over your teeth and you tell me.
Get your kink somewhere else.
Your canines are twice as long and a lot thicker. You feel like your gaze has just cranked up to be more intense. In fact, you can smell the forest around you. Your senses have just switched on like 10 times.
What's happened to my teeth?
Never mind your teeth. Run your hand over your face.
You see Tom reach out to a tree and he grabs hold of some of the bark and tears the bark off. And you see it transform into a sword in his hands with a kind of strange iron blade wreathed in like leaves.
I'm watching him, not the sword.
He looks at the sword, and when he turns back to you, there's a wood, almost like a wood grain to his skin.
I'm not touching that tree.
This is trippy as balls.
Oh my god!
I am not
Lindsay
touching
from the
that
Shotfoot team.
Stay away from the tree.
Stay away from the
I don't think it's the tree, man. I think it's the place.
You brought your
You
own
might be
tree.
right. Maybe it's if you accept help. I don't know.
I don't know. They're looking pretty predator-like to me right now.
Then stop acting like prey.
Better than prey, isn't it?
You see a figure jump up onto the rise that you saw.
Megan, snap out of it.
Kind of drops down into that kind of hunkered, poised position, watching you. It's maybe 10, 12 meters away.
You.
See, you can see it's got a very animal-like aspect.
Do you speak?
Nods.
Where are we?
And it beckons you.
Far away tree.
Roll on my shoulders. I'll let go. Drop my arm from Megan.
You heft in your branch.
Not hefting it. I'm still holding it. Just roll my shoulders to loosen up a little bit, then I will walk forward. I'm just prepared.
Unbalanced in your hands. The branch.
Don't really need it. I'll put it down.
Place it on the floor. It disappears. It touches the ground, and as it touches the ground, it fades, like rapidly ages and mulches into the ground.
The fuck?
Tom, who's got that sort of slightly wooden
demeanor,
grain to his face, and extends the Bowie knife. You want this?
Tom, your face looks weird.
I'll take the Bowie knife, but I will sheath it in the belt for now.
You take the Bowie knife.
Man, this would be the fucking weirdest group selfie right now.
There's a smile.
That leaves.
I'll take my phone out. Take a selfie.
Your phone just shows a blank screen.
So
it's less than no signal. There's nothing.
Camera doesn't work. No electric.
So while they're busy chattering, I'm walking forward a little bit and saying, "Where are we?"
This figure's kind of beckoning you away.
I'm not going to leaving my friends.
Just wait.
I'll come with you.
But it does look. You can see it kind of looking both ways carefully.
I am going to pull that fucking joint out that I had rolled up from before.
If you can't give us any reassurances, I don't see why we would want to leave the trail.
Says quietly, as if words are an almost sort of alien concept that it hasn't used in a long time. The hunt comes down the trail. Don't stay on the trail.
That's enough for me. I'll follow it. Megan, come on.
Kind of looks back and forth.
We need to stay off the trail. So, do we get like anything we want? Can I kind of,
I wouldn't.
Can we do like fireballs here?
Not great for your complexion, Megan.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to be prey. I don't want to be chased by those things.
You kind of say that out loud, that I don't want to be prey. And guys, you can see Megan's skin starting to darken in front of you.
What the hell is happening?
It goes through quite
we have
pale,
to hunt.
darker, black, ebony, and further up, her red hair. The hair seems to go black through and the pupils expand black.
Great, I'm dating a black chick now.
What?
Look at your hands.
Look down, your hands end in talons, and your hands have gone black.
Be careful what you wish for, darling.
Okay.
There's no place like home.